Have you ever seen people like this show up on your TikTok For You page or Pinterest homepage and ever wondered, what is this style? And then you see the hashtags on the bottom of the video and you're just like, huh? Gyaru? Gyaru? Gyaru?
It's giving Gyaru.
Well, my friends, if you've ever wanted to learn more about Gyaru and how to become one yourself, you've clicked onto the right video. Hi there, I'm Daniela, also known as Wicked Bunnies on the internet, and today you can basically consider me as your older Gyaru sister because I will be teaching you on how to become the ultimate Gyaru. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, first things first, if you want to become Gyaru, you need to know some of the history behind it. To sum it up really shortly, Gyaru was based on screwing over traditional Japanese beauty standards, and basically it was showing that even if they didn't fit the standard, they could still feel super happy and sexy in their own way. And it was basically about just expressing yourself however you wanted to. Like for an example, you think being super tan is beautiful, but Japanese society, so like your neighbor, your grandma, your dog, I don't know, they basically think that pale skin is the shit.
That's my shit, that's my way.
But you're gonna have tan skin anyway because you think it's beautiful, you think it's sexy, and you want to do whatever the hell you want to do. And obviously each Gyaru express themselves in a completely different way, which is why we actually have substyles. We will get into some of the substyles in a second. But basically, I highly suggest you get familiar with the history and what it means to be Gyaru. I've actually already made a video going into this further if you'd like to watch it, so I'll link it below. Another fun way to learn about Gyaru history and Gyaru culture is by watching the anime Super Gals. Let me tell you, I love this anime so much. It is so cute and so slay. And you definitely learn a lot about Gyaru culture just by watching it, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, now going back to substyles. Gyaru has many different substyles. And it's basically because these substyles were trends, so that's why there's so many. Because like we're talking about decades of trends here, alright? So let me show you some of the substyles right now. Okay, first up, we have agejo, which is the style that I'm actually wearing today. This specific substyle is very cute, glamorous, and feminine. Next style is amekaji. This style is very bright and colorful, and it's basically like viewing American fashion through a Japanese lens, so it's kind of kawaii-fied in a way. Then we have the amuro style, which was basically named after the Japanese singer Namie Amuro, and this one is technically considered to be one of the first substyles of Gyaru. So with this substyle, it was basically all about looking like Namie Amuro. Then we have ganguro, which I would personally say is probably one of the most famous Gyaru substyles because it's usually what people think of when they think of Gyaru. This style also created several other substyles like yamamba, mamba, romamba, banba, and more recently, cyber. Basically, the key features to ganguro and its substyles include heavy tanning, bright colors, and heavy makeup. Next we have goshiku. It's pretty much like the goth version of Gyaru because it is pretty edgy. There's also hadi, which was inspired by American and British rock music and also 1980s culture. Next up we have hime, which is personally one of my favorites. It's very girly, frilly, and over the top. There's also himekaji and roma. These two styles are very similar to each other, but they still are separate styles. There's one, which is a more sexy and mature type of style. There's also mode, which is very similar to one. Ora ora has a tough and rebellious feel to it, so it's pretty common to see like tattoos and piercings within this style. There's also roku, which is pretty similar to goshiku, and obviously from the name alone, you can tell that it's inspired by rock music. And lastly, we have tsuyome. I've heard some people refer to it as basically like the toned down version of banba, and I'd say that tsuyome is probably one of the more widely known styles alongside like ganguro. Okay, and I can already hear you girlies asking, can I be Gyaru of this, that, etc. Let me answer a few questions right now. Can I be Gyaru if I'm pale or I don't want to tan? The answer, my darling, is yes. Basically, you would be considered a shiro Gyaru, which means white-skinned gal, and the opposite of that would be kuro Gyaru, which means black-skinned gal. So as you can see, you have gals that tan and don't tan, which leads up to my next frequently asked question. Can I be Gyaru if I'm not Japanese or of Asian descent? Girl, yes, absolutely. I mean, girl, just look at me. Do I look Japanese? No. Do I look like I'm from Asian descent? No. You can be any color from any background and be Gyaru. And if you're not from Japan, which if you're watching this video, it's probably likely that you're not Japanese, then you will be considered a gaijin Gyaru, which translates to foreigner gal. Okay, can I be Gyaru as a boy? Yes, bro, yes. Gyaruo is the term used for the male counterpart of Gyaru. And like Gyaru, they also have a ton of different substyles, which by the way, you should totally watch the shorts that I made already on Gyaruo. I think it would be super helpful. Also, I'm planning on making a full-length video just talking about Gyaru because I mean, I feel like there's just a lot to talk about and nobody seems to really want to cover it. I don't know why. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned for that. Okay, now back to the FAQs. Can I be Gyaru if I'm plus sized? Yes, Diva. Yes, you can. I have seen so many gorgelicious plus size gals and let me tell you, they always eat the looks up. You absolutely do not need to be a specific weight or size to be Gyaru. Like, if somebody tells you otherwise, that's my response to them. Can I be Gyaru if I wear glasses? Yes, my queen. You can find tons of cute examples of gals with glasses on Pinterest. And in the case that you don't like the way glasses look with your Gyaru makeup, you could always wear contact lenses. And the even better option would be to get color contact lenses with a prescription. And here's some other questions that I get frequently and my responses to those. Okay, and now the final question. Can I be Gyaru if I don't want to wear the makeup or if I can't wear the makeup? This is the only question that I'm gonna have to respond with a big fat no. The makeup is the key thing of Gyaru, so like if you don't have the makeup, you're not gal. I also made a short explaining this answer a bit better, so roll the tapes.
I've been getting this question a lot in the comments. Do I need to wear makeup to be Gyaru? So let me be completely straight with you. Yes, you need the makeup. Gyaru makeup is essential to the style, so unfortunately, you can't be Gyaru without wearing gal makeup. It's literally the main element of the look. Think about it. When you Google Gyaru tutorials, what pops up? Makeup tutorials, of course. You're not gonna find non-makeup gal looks because the makeup is the look. Okay, now I'm not saying you have to be in full Gyaru makeup 24/7, because obviously life happens. People have work dress codes, busy days, or situations where full makeup just isn't practical. I totally get it. For me, I'm not able to do my makeup like this every day because it is very time consuming for me to do. Like deadass guys, I spend an hour and a half doing my makeup. But anyways, but if you never wear Gyaru makeup at all, then you're not doing Gyaru. And I know some people might say, oh well, I can't do makeup because I'm not very talented at it. To that, I say, you need to just practice and practice and practice. That's like the only way you're gonna get better. Like I've been doing alternative makeup for years, but I feel like only this year I have mastered the art of doing Gyaru makeup. So like it definitely takes a lot of work, trust me. I've also seen people say, well, I have strict parents, so that's why I can't do the makeup. In this situation, you have two options. Either you stand up to them and you do the makeup because it's your form of self-expression, or you gotta wait until you're old enough to move out because I don't know, you can't do Gyaru without the makeup. It's really important. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know if you'd like me to explain anything else about Gyaru.
Okay, and let's talk about the makeup. Girl, you need to be practicing, okay? Like look at my first attempt at Gyaru makeup. Girl, the crickets, they're chirping. And look at my makeup now. It's flawless, divalicious, and most importantly, slayalicious. Like getting good at the makeup took me months, years of practice. So you need to listen to me when I tell you need to go all in on practicing. You need to focus on getting your technique down. So obviously my advice is to watch some Gyaru makeup tutorials to improve. I also have a video talking about Gyaru makeup and it has tutorials in it if you would like to watch it. But you can find tons of great tutorials from magazines, blogs, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, like so many different websites. Also, I absolutely recommend watching even non-Gyaru beauty creators. Like one creator who has helped me a ton when it comes to makeup technique is Slay by Jess. Like girls, I could recommend her videos all day. She has some great stuff. Also, Jackie Wires is another favorite of mine. She has the most beautiful looks. And another creator that I can think of who has helped me a lot is Nikki Tutorials. Like girl, I've literally been watching her since like 2015. It's actually crazy. It's like been more than a decade. But basically my reason for recommending even non-gal beauty creators is because you need to know makeup well. And these creators for sure will help you improve a lot when it comes to your technique and practicing and everything, honestly. Hello, it is Editor Danny here. I need to mention something that I forgot to say in this video. You should also try to find beauty creators who are similar in like complexion and even features to you because it will definitely help you improve a lot with your makeup if it's like somebody who looks similar to you. So like if you have dark skin, it probably makes more sense to watch somebody with dark skin show you how to do makeup because clearly they're gonna know like what type of blushes, contours, etc. that will work well for your skin tone. And even for stuff like eye shape, nose shape, face shape, etc. like it's better to definitely follow someone who has kind of similar features to you because whatever they're doing that looks good, it's going to look good on you too. Also, I would like to mention, you don't need expensive products to have nice makeup, okay? Like let me tell you, most of my makeup is literally from the drugstore or the dollar store. Also, let me share a little hack of mine, but you gotta promise I will keep it just between us. In the case that I do want more expensive makeup, I do have a hack for getting it at a cheaper price. For an example, this plumping lip gloss that I got from Too Faced, which I'm actually wearing today. Brand new at the store, I think this is like $20 to $30. I paid only $12. Basically, I was able to find this seller on Mercari who was selling brand new Too Faced lip glosses, so I got this for 12 bucks brand new. And yes, that is including the shipping. But basically you can find brand new makeup on secondhand platforms like eBay or Mercari or even Vinted. And let me tell you, it will save you a lot of money when it comes to buying like more luxury type of makeup. Even though technically this is not luxury, but whatever. For me, it's luxury, okay? And now for the next thing that I can recommend for you to become the ultimate Gyaru, I highly recommend you start incorporating circle lenses into your looks. Circle lenses really help to enlarge your eyes, which is obviously a big point of Gyaru makeup. And as you can see, I have some beautiful chocolatey colored lenses on right now. My natural eye color is hazel for anybody who is curious to know. I just love experimenting with colored lenses though because it really does change up your look a lot. I'll go ahead and put some example pictures on the screen of me with different lenses on. Also, if you're wondering where you can find colored lenses, I'm gonna have a few stores up on the screen now. And I do actually have my own discount codes with Pinky Paradise and Ivos if you would like to shop from there. I really love these two brands, and also the lenses that I'm wearing now are from Pinky Paradise. Also, I want to mention they usually have a huge Black Friday sale, so like mark that on your calendars because trust me, you'll get some insane discounts on lenses. Okay, so the next thing I want to mention is learning how to style your hair because hair is definitely very important when it comes to Gyaru. I definitely suggest you look up gal hair tutorials on like TikTok, YouTube, or even in Gyaru magazines. You can also get tons of inspo from non-Gyaru media. Like for an example, you could try to look up hairstyles from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and of course the 2000s. Like for an example, the beehive hairstyle that you'll see a lot in the 60s is also very common to see in Gyaru. Also, a lot of very huge, very teased hairstyles from the 80s could definitely work for Gyaru. Alright, so another thing I want to mention that will absolutely up your gal game is by experimenting with wigs and hair pieces. For an example, did you know that my hair that I'm wearing today is fake? You've been duped if you thought this was real. This is the exact hairpiece that I'm wearing, and as you can see, if we turn it around, it has these little like claws that help rip it onto your actual natural hair bun. I've also got this fake ponytail hairpiece that I wear literally all the freaking time, and as you can see, it just provides so much volume. Hairpieces like these are an absolute must if you're gonna be into like Agejo or Hime-Gyaru. All the hairpieces that I have are actually from AliExpress, so they're pretty cheap and affordable options. Like obviously this is not real human hair, this is just synthetic hair, but like, you can't tell me that it doesn't slay. I will also insert some photos of me wearing some wigs.
Do you wear wigs?
No, I do not.
Have you worn wigs?
No, I have not.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
But yeah, you can find wigs and hairpieces from a variety of places. You can find them at local beauty supply stores, you can find them on AliExpress, Taobao, and even in Japan. The most popular brand that a lot of Japanese gals use is called Priscilla, and you can buy wigs and hairpieces from this brand if you use a Proxy service. Also, if you're up to it, a lot of gals do like to bleach their hair. Me personally, I can't do it. No, like I love my natural hair too much to damage it. Which is why I do love the option of wearing colored wigs. But yeah, Gyaru hair colors can honestly vary. You'll see blonde, brown, pink, purple, literally any color of the rainbow. Okay, so the next tip that I have if you want to be the ultimate Gyaru is getting into tanning. Now obviously this is an optional step like I said before, but you can get tanned in many different ways. Personally, I love using self tanners because I do not want to damage my natural skin girly. And this right here is the self tanner that I am currently using. It is the Bondi Sands 1 Hour Express. So basically, to keep it short, I put this all over my body before going to sleep. I wake up, go into the shower, rinse it off real quick, and I am bronzed and beautiful. And as you can see, I freshly tanned. But yeah, I use these two. This one's for your body and this one is for your face. And usually it lasts me a full week. Obviously, you don't have to use this exact brand. Like there are tons of options out there, but I really like this brand because it does the job and it's also pretty affordable. Okay, and for my next ultimate Gyaru tip, prioritize having some cute nails. And listen, you have many different options here. You can paint your nails or go to a salon. For me, I do not have that type of moolah to be going going to a salon regularly to get my nails done, so I use press-on nails. And listen, there are so many different types of styles and lengths that you can get with press-on nails, so honestly, they are my favorite option for that reason. You can also learn how to do your own nails, which I am sure there's plenty of tutorials here on YouTube for that. Personally, I am too lazy for it, so I would just stick with my press-ons. Okay, now if you want to be Gyaru, being fashionable is very important, so I definitely recommend jazzing up your wardrobe. There are many Gyaru brands to choose from, but I do want to mention that you don't need to own Gyaru brand to be Gyaru. You can buy gal-adjacent clothes from your local mall, AliExpress, Taobao, Romway, local Chinese stores, thrift shops, and from online secondhand platforms like Poshmark, Depop, Vinted, Mercari Japan, eBay, and ThreadUp. Also, something important to note, do not skip out on accessories. Accessorizing is very important, okay? Accessories can make or break an entire outfit, honestly. Like, as you can see, I have some cute accessories on today. Also, if you were wondering what some of my favorite brands are, I will list them on the screen now. Alright, so we've gone over makeup, fashion, nails, hair, tanning. Now, let's get into the inspiration. I recommend getting inspo from magazines, content creators, and of course, Pinterest. Now for magazines, you can find a bunch of Gyaru magazine scans on the Internet Archive. Literally, all you have to do is just search Gyaru magazine on there and boom, there is tons and tons of results. Literally, there's just so much inspo that you can get from that alone. Or if you prefer to have something physical, you can always buy physical copies. You will have to buy them secondhand because unfortunately, a lot of these magazines do not publish today. I bought this magazine from Vinted, and I think I paid about 20 euros, so not bad, honestly. I really love the cover on this one. It is so pretty. You can find tons of secondhand magazines from Mercari Japan. To buy from Mercari Japan, though, you will need to use a proxy service. The ones that I have used personally are Bai, Rakufan, and JP Fans, but there are tons of proxy services that you can choose from. I will link my most recent tutorial in the description below if you would like to watch it. Okay, another important aspect of Gyaru is having confidence. Now look, I know this is easier said than done. Like, to be very real for a second, before I started getting into alternative fashion, I wasn't really confident in myself at all. And I think actually wearing alternative fashion has made me feel a lot more confident. Like, to be honest, I feel like so embarrassed sharing all this. I don't know why. But like, I don't know. I just don't want you guys to feel like you are alone in feeling maybe that you're not the most confident in yourself. Like, trust me, it just takes some time to kind of build up self-confidence and feel better, honestly. And let me tell you, if you're looking sexy and cute, you can definitely feel a lot more self-confident, okay? For me, looking cute and dressing the way I want to dress has helped me a ton with self-confidence. So like, please, if you're looking to be Gyaru or alt or whatever, just go for it. Don't worry about what other people are thinking, like, just do what makes you happy. Also, another thing I want to mention is don't get frustrated if it takes you a while to get your makeup, your hair, and your wardrobe all together. Like, girlies, if you saw how I looked in 2019 or even 2018, that's literally a whole different other person right there. Like, seriously, it's crazy how much I've changed, and thankfully changed for the better. So yeah, don't get frustrated. It's definitely not an overnight transformation, okay? Like, I've been working on my own wardrobe for 6-7 years. 6-7, sorry. Oh my god, I'm being stupid. But I've been working on my own wardrobe for like 6 or 7 years from now. Okay. Also, let me give some very underrated advice. Just have a good attitude. And what I mean by that is just be nice to others and also be nice to yourself and try to stay positive if you can. Which I know is kind of difficult with all the things that are going on in the world right now, but like, trust me, being positive will definitely help than stressing about everything or feeling sad or angry about things that are going on. Obviously, I'm not saying to ignore social issues or something like that. Like, girl, go vote, go do things that actually help change the world, but like, you need to be in a good mindset. You can't dwell on too many dark things, so definitely try to keep yourself in a positive mindset if possible. Okay, and now for my last piece of advice. Just have some fun. Have fun with Gyaru. Get out there and socialize. If you're lucky enough to live in a city, obviously it would be great to meet some other gals in person. I am super thankful to not be that far from Milan because I've met so many J-fashion girlies from events there. Obviously, if you aren't in a city area, it will be a bit more difficult to actually meet like J-fashion girlies in real life, but thankfully we do have the internet. And let me tell you, some of my closest friends I've met online. And actually, I've met 4 different people just from having a YouTube channel alone. Like, like, I don't know, maybe start a YouTube channel or something, because that's a hack for getting friends apparently. But yeah, it's honestly great that we're living in an era with the internet because it is so easy to meet new people now. Okay, so I forgot to verbally say this in the video, but I have a bonus piece of advice for you girlies, so enjoy. You should totally get into some Gyaru hobbies. For some examples, we have decoden, DIY, learning para, doing karaoke, and doing purikura, or taking some cute photos at a photo booth. But yeah, that's all folks.
That's all, folks.
I'm going to take a break because I have been recording for almost 5 hours straight now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions on Gyaru, then don't be afraid to drop them in the comments. Also, I would love to know what got you interested in Gyaru and which substyle is your favorite. But yeah, let me send you girlies off with a heart, and heart to all of you. And I'll see you girlies in my next video. Bye!